Okay, so I'm gonna make a bit of an update to Peacemaker. So if you watched the first video I did, or even if you didn't watch the first video that I made on this particular move, that's fine. Basically I'll summarise it by saying in the corner there's an application for it, but mid-screen the only logical way for you to use this move would be to use it as an anti-air. However, it's not very good as an anti-air move. So after making that video, I've been labbing it. I've just been doing random things in game online to random people just to try and see if I can find just a reason to use this mid-screen, and I have figured something out. This is no Peacemaker tech video. This, my friends, is a high risk, high reward, all the way back down to high risk, no reward gimmick. And to be honest, in some cases it may even go further beyond that line in a bad way for you as the Aaron Black player. But I don't give a damn, because if you introduce gimmicks to any character, for me personally, and just stamp high risk with the potential of a high reward, sign me the fuck up, okay? I was nothing but a gimmick on freaking Tekken with Yoshimitsu, so it's all good for me. So let's get straight into this. So, in my acid pour video, I showed that you can punish that with Collector. You can punish acid pour with Dambag 3. I can actually use this to my advantage in this matchup, just to kind of pull a fast one on Collector. So what I'm going to do now is block after doing up Peacemaker. If I basically condition him to punish me a few times, because even though it's a punish, it's not the biggest punish. I mean, I'll happily take that a few times just to kind of get this thing going, okay? If I just make him autopilot his down back 3, this is going to whiff. And he's minus 17 off that, which means I can kill him for attempting to punish me. Okay, so let me try and get the timing right. I hope I've got that right. Okay, the KB didn't set off, but that's a full combo punish with a crushing blow. Other things you can do if you don't have acid pour on your variation, because it doesn't really matter, you can do the same thing with Scud Shot. Just, you know, use Scud Shot a few times, and then all of a sudden, just freaking pull a fast one on him and just bail out. And sometimes what this will do, depending on which character your opponent's using, you can actually make your opponent whiff attacks and then just catch them. So this is one thing I do. So in some instances, I can actually go under what he's doing, because I mean, back one, it's not going to reach, right? And if Cabal for the whole game has been dealing with this, he's going to be used to you being in range of his back one for the most part. So if all of a sudden you just, you know, pull a fast one and just bail out, you can just come right back in and just clip him. With acid pour, you can do the same thing with Scud Shot. There are also other things you can do, as opposed to just going into poke special cancel. So sometimes you can actually make him whiff, and you can actually get a full combo for that. Now, the reason I say this varies all the way from high risk, high reward to high risk, no reward, or in some cases high risk death for you as the player. Actually, let me set another recording real quick for Scud Shot, okay? Just like that. If your opponent doesn't know how to deal with this, which to be honest there will be a lot of people you come across, because a lot of people won't be ready for it, you'll just be able to, you know, get away kind of for free. But basically what you have to take into consideration if you're going to do this, there's no getting around the fact that you're minus 22 on block. So what does that mean? Let's say Aaron Black's trying to set me up for this by using, you know, acid pour after back 2-2. To be honest, I could just dash and poke him, right, if I'm Cabal to retaliate. If he starts doing this, I can straight up punish him. I just have to dash in a little bit. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so we're back to collector now. So let's really break this down in depth. So we've got acid paw. Bang. Okay. Now let's do another one with scud shot. Because you might not have acid paw. I'm just going to quickly say this. In some instances, scud shot might actually work better for this. Because with both moves, he's actually using the revolvers. So you might be able to blend between the two a little better. But here's the problem. With just a bit of practice, dealing with each option isn't hard at all. That's punish. All I have to do is dash a little bit. Nope, he's in my face. That's free. Nope. A block scud shot. And I'm not a collector player, but I mean, if you catch him backdashing, backing out I should say, just to get up Peacemaker. Which recording was it? Was this one? You can punish him with forward 1. And you could probably, you know, you could go for full combos at that point. So that's why I say it's really goddamn risky depending on which character you're playing. And against collector it's even worse because I can just stand here, bop. What's Aaron Black going to do about that? So against characters with long range normals, collector being on that list, this gets very goddamn dicey. Acid paw is just not a problem, and to be honest, I can do that and just space him. So collector can kind of pretty much outrest it. He can do the same thing with scud shot and with up Peacemaker after back 2-2. He can just bop you and just full combo punish you. That's why this is really risky. Right, so let's do the same thing with Scarlet. Thank you. That's free punish every time. With scud shot, she can take a turn, so Aaron Black can't press after that. Right, that's going to happen every time. And with acid paw, again, Aaron Black has to respect, and then she can just freaking get her blood ball game going or whatever, right? And she can even use forward 4. Same thing with scud shot, blocking that. She can go in. And with up Peacemaker, she can still punish you with forward 4, right? And just get going from there. And the thing is, how effective this will be against your opponent will all be dependent on how well your opponent can identify whether you're backing up or not for up Peacemaker, because this is basically the same thing I do to block low Peacemaker, and it works every time for me, even online. If Aaron Black's in my face, nothing's going to happen because I can just wait for the overhead and then block whichever special moves come in after back 2-2-2. However, if he backs up like that, there's only one thing that's coming, and it's up Peacemaker. And every time he does it, he's giving me a free punish. I'm waiting for him to do it. That's free every time. Now, another thing this will come down to is which character your opponent's using, because against Scarlet, like if I'm playing against a Scarlet player who's got this basically down to a T and is just able to identify when I'm backing up to go for up Peacemaker and when I'm not, because Aaron Black basically backdashes in the up Peacemaker animation, so it's not hard to tell if he's going back or not, which is good in a sense because it gets him out of the way against characters who are able to punish acid paw like Collector in order for him to get a punish game going. But it also works against him in that it's easy to see, and if your opponent can see that, this just will not work. But the thing is, again, like I touched on earlier, right, stop, okay, before I lose my train of thought. Against a character like Scarlet, even for someone like me who honestly just doesn't give a crap, I might be tempted to pass on that. Not to mention, here's another thing I didn't show you, which I believe I should. Was up Peacemaker the last... Wait, what? No, don't record. Playback. 3. Oh, I've overwritten. I've overwritten it. Right. There we go. That's a free crushing blow as well. So while against some characters you can get this going, like with characters like Cabal for instance. Basically, if the opponent doesn't have a character with long range normals, and if your opponent isn't, you know, privy as to what it is that you're trying to do, you could actually have success with using up Peacemaker in this manner. However, it is a gimmick. It's not a tech or anything like that. It's a really risky way of using it, but it is a way you can actually use it mid-screen. If you back to 2 acid pour, you are minus 19, so you are, well, I'm not going to say you're more safe, because minus 22 to minus 19, it doesn't make that much of a difference. You just, yeah, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. But the thing is, back to 2-2 actually gives you the ability to create more distance between you and your opponent, which is the main like, I'd rather be minus 22 with a bit more space as opposed to being minus 19 kind of in my opponent's face. Do you see what I mean? With back to 2 up Peacemaker, I can just forward 4 straight in his face and get a punish every time. However, with playback, if I set it to playback 3, I actually have to walk forward a little bit to actually connect. So, there you have it, I guess. So, if, like me, you are kind of bored and just looking for things to do, even though they may not make much sense, that is one thing. In fact, that's the only way I can think of to use this movement screen. I don't... Anti-airs are always going to be there, but I just can't, for the life of me, make it work consistently, unless I'm playing against Cabal. Characters with specials which just give them the ability to just stay in the air 24/7. If I'm playing against a character like that, sure, there's a chance I'll anti-air them, but we're just freaking regular characters, you know. Like, doing that in a game is a freaking tall order, which is what I said in the video I made about Peacemaker. By no means am I recommending any of you to actually, you know, go and freaking use this, but if you want to throw a caution to the wind and just be a daredevil and go for it, you can do that with this move, but that's enough for me at this point, because I like playing Pyrus Kai Reward. I also like playing stupid, so it kind of works for me, to be honest. So hope you enjoy that. If there are any other ways in which you may use this move, I'd love to hear it. And again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you all later.